We're coming to match day 2 of the new Bundesliga season with TGS Hoffenheim up against Eintracht Frankfurt. Hoffenheim, well, they won away in round 1. That was a 2-1 win over Bayer Leverkusen. That was in Erik ten Hag's debut as head coach of the work self of Bayer 04. Meanwhile, Eintracht Frankfurt absolutely pulled the pants down off Werder Bremen. That was a 4-1 home win. So it's teed up nicely. Both teams having won in round 1. We're coming to round 2. Do you know what? Let's just get into it. Let's briefly check how the two teams lined up coming into this round 2 matchday fixture. Hoffenheim then in a 4-3-3 formation with Deutschland, number 1 goalkeeper, that's right. Julian Nagelsmann's put his faith in Oliver Baumann. Well, at least he's in the squad again for the 2 World Cup qualifiers that Deutschland have got coming up. He's in the sticks. You've got a back foot of Bernardo on the left, Kufel on the right, the centre-back pairing is Arthur Chavez next to Hranak. In the midfield, you've got not Mendy, it's Tuhumuchu, the young German. He's alongside Abdullawa, he's from Kosovo. And then Kramaric, we like him, is on the right-hand side of that 3 midfield. And then your 3 attacking players is Bazaman or Baz Toure from the Ivory Coast. He's alongside new signing Tim Lemperla. He came in from FC Köln. And Fisnik Asllani. He came back from a loan spell. He scored bags of goals last year in the Bundesliga too. And there's Zweite Bundesliga for SV Elversberg. Before we go any further, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because that way you'll be notified when we drop more videos right here on the German Football Spotlight channel. And also hit that like, because that way the algorithm will pick up more of our videos and it will be able to grow our audience. And that way we can all grow together. Danke. As for the visitors in Die Adler, SGE Frankfurt, it's Michael Zetterer, former Werder Bremen goalkeeper. He's in the sticks in their 4-2-3-1, that classic gegenpressing German style approach. Rasmus Christensen, the Gypsy, he's at right back. Left back, it's Arthur Tete, the Belgian, with that distinct Belgian bun. The centre-back pairing, Robin Koch, also alongside Nemanja Collins, I should say. They're also both called up to the Deutschland national squad under Jürgen Nagelsmann. Jürgen Nagelsmann. Maybe we should start calling him Jürgen Nagelsmann. The 2 double pivot, we like a double pivot, don't we, is Faris Chaibi, the Algerian, next to the Swede Hugo Larsson. And then there's an attacking 4 on the right-hand side. Brand new shiny signing from SC Freiburg, Ritsu Dōan, the Japanese winger wonder. Last season, 18 goal assists at Freiburg, 10 personal goals and 8 assists. On the left-hand side, it's Jean-Mahete Kanagela. Oh, yes, a Frenchman. In the middle is young Charles Uzan, the Turk. He scored and assisted 2 goals in the previous game, that 4-1 home win against Werder Bremen. And up front, it's the Frenchman, Eli Wahi. Now, we're not going to make a comparison with Hugo Ekitike. Eli Wahi was signed last season from, I believe it was from Olympique Marseille. He's tussling it out up front with the likes of Mishu Bashu, the big Belgian. So there's your lineups. And as you can probably see, there was a slight spoiler with the match ratings at the top. But it ended a 3-1 win to the visitors, Eintracht Frankfurt. And to be fair, it did seem like it was a very one-sided affair at the pre-zero arena. Of course, Hoffenheim, they are quirky in that they don't actually play in Hoffenheim. They play in a tiny village called Sinsheim, but of course they are backed by a multi-millionaire in Dietmar Hopp, the guy that created SAP. Fucking huge behemoth of a software solution. Anyway, this is not by any means a sponsored video. Let's have a look at the events, because it's interesting football, liquid football, as Alan Partridge would always come out with. It was an early goal, 17 minutes. This came from a Gypsy from the Rasmus Christensen throw-in, right-hand side. We're now deep into the defensive third of the home team, TSG Hoffenheim. The throw-in comes in from Christensen. There's a bit of ping-pong between him and Hugo Larsson. Larsson finds Doan in some space. He turns his man. He cuts inside on that gorgeous left foot. And on the turn, strikes a potential, and it feels like we're saying this in every single video of the Bangers Liga, the Bundesliga, because of course it's one of the highest scoring leagues in European football, not a fucking farmers league for all you out there. Get with the program, people, come on. Anyway, on his left foot, he's justifying the reason that Frankfurt paid all that money to him to bring him in from SC Freiburg. Left foot, it's gorgeous, it's curling, it's top bins. There was an attempt by the striker Tim Laperla, classic striker's attempt at a block, leaning into it. I mean, it was outside the box anyway, so there's no chance of it being a penalty. It was a good, I'd say, 20 yards out. I always seem to say that's a magic number. But yeah, between 18 and 20 yards, left peg, he's on the turn, the ball just sails into the top corner. Oliver Baumann's got no chance. That's 1-0, right? That's 17 minutes. Just before the half hour, Arthur Thete, I mean, he's played at left back. He suddenly finds himself cruising through the middle of the pitch, and this is what we find so attractive about watching Eintracht Frankfurt, is the way that they can turn the ball over and break at such lightning pace, even without Hugo Ekitike as their talisman up front. They seem to break with ease as an attacking 3 or a 4, and it's exactly what happened in this game. I'll come back to this screen just so we can walk you through it. So Arthur Thete, nosebleed territory, running through the middle. He can see that he's got Jean-Matteo Bahoya on his left-hand side. There's another couple of people that are peeling off their men into the box. So we're thinking, right, there's going to be a EAFC sweaty-style cutback coming, and indeed it was. Because Bahoya gets into the box, he's into literally now we're at the 6-yard box. He's looking up. It's a side roll pass. And there's two guys in the middle, right? Eliwa, he's desperate to put anything on the ball just to get a goal, to get him up and running for this new Bundesliga season. But it's Doan that cruises sort of past him, almost shoulders him out of the way, lashes the ball into the empty net for 2-0. However, and I should wind the clock back, that in that breakout phase, that attacking phase with Arthur Thete and Jean-Matteo Bahoya involved, it did look like both Bahoya and Eliwahi were in offside positions. The back two, that Arthur Chavez and Harank, I always get it. Harank, he's from Czech Republic anyway. Let me properly get his name right. Robin Hrenak. Yeah, right. Nice. Arthur Chavez, Robin Harak. It looked like they'd stepped up in sync at the right time to put the likes of Bahoya and Eliwahi offside. Anyway, it went to VAR, not the case. So that sweaty goal approach for Eintracht Frankfurt was given on the 28th minute, and indeed it was 2-0. Now, not wants to sit back, wants to Hoffenheim, because of course, according to the AI bot on FootMob, they had scored 18 goals in their last 5 games. Not sure if that's including pre-season friendlies or not. However, they are an attacking threat, and it does seem a bit of a quirk between these two teams that it always seems to end 3-1. Anyway, at 2-1, they thought Hoffenheim, Christian Ilzer, the bald Austrian manager for Hoffenheim, thought that they'd reduce the deficit to 2-1 with a goal which was great link-up play between the two, I said two new strikers because effectively they are, between Lemperla and Fisnik Eslani. One got the ball, crossed it into the other, again, sweaty EAFC style, to strike the ball home. But again, as Michael Zetterer, the goalkeeper, was waving indignantly to the assistant referee, and he actually had flagged it for offside. No need to go to VAR. We trust the on-field decision making, and the game remained at 2-0. 3-0 then, which inevitably is where this game ends up. You've got Can Uzan connecting with Ritsu Dōan. So Ritsu Dōan picks a ball that's gone over the top. He's in the right side channel. The guy's a genius, right? He's left or right foot. He's taken his man on. I think it might have been Arthur Chavez actually. He's taking him on. He cuts inside, puts the ball into the middle, and Can Uzan does the rest. He obliges for his second goal in as many games. So Ritsu Dōan then has now scored a brace and an assist in just his second game for Eintracht Frankfurt after that big, we'll call it a big money move from SC Freiburg. And of course, there's a consolation goal comes at the end. The substitute, Grisha Promel, he's German, 30-year-old midfielder. He comes on late into the game. He connects with the Kosovoan midfielder Avudala, left-hand channel, plays the ball just inside the pitch, and a good 25, 26 yards out, Promel hits the ball inside out. So, inside out technique, outside of the right foot, and it cruises like a missile, like a stinger, past everybody, past the defence, past Michael Zetterer, just inside of Michael Zetterer's right-hand side post. That was deep into added time, so that was 92nd minute. So it is a slight blot on the copybook, because of course as a goalkeeper and a former member of the Goalkeepers Union, you do always want to keep a clean sheet because it looks great at the end of the season. And actually clean sheets are the foundation of a team mentality that allows you to go on a run, right? So you get momentum. If you it's obvious, isn't it? It's simple, isn't it? It's number wang. You keep a clean sheet and you outscore your opposition, then you're going to win more games than you're going to lose. Anyway, he did nearly score again, old Promel. Again, same combination between him and Abdullah. Abdullah crosses the ball in from the right byline. We're deep into the final third, the third that's now encamped by Eintracht Frankfurt. The cross comes in and Promel out of nowhere times his run, diving header, beautiful, but just it's probably 2 or 3 yards this time left of Michael Zetterer's post. Ball goes out, ref blows his whistle, sunshine outdoors, obviously, and it's an Eintracht Frankfurt win. And that is, according to the record books, that's the first time that Eintracht Frankfurt have won 2 consecutive games in the Bundesliga since 2012. And they are going to compete with the likes of FC Bayern Munich if they carry this form, because honestly, Eintracht Frankfurt were on fire in this game. Absolutely on fire. Let's take a look at some of the individual match ratings. You can see it on this screen here. Let's go with man of the match, or superior player of the match. Ritsu Dōan with a 9.2. Of course, he's Japanese. He did play for 78 minutes, 2 goals and 1 assist. Actually, 2 goals from his 2 shots, so you can count that one in, sunshine. That's a great performance. 37 touches and 2 touches in the opponent's box, 4 passes into the final third, and he did take a corner because he's quite a set-piece master. And then Can Uzan, the other goal scorer. So again, last week he scored a goal, came up with 2 assists. So they're interchanging. This just proves that there are goals in this Eintracht Frankfurt team. Yeah, they are blistering to watch going forward. He's only 19, so he's got a bright future ahead of him. 63 minutes played, 1 goal from his 3 shots on goal, 39 touches, 3 of those in the opponent's box, 2 passes into the final third as well. And then Grisha Promel, the guy that scored that rocket, again, it's a potential, well, definitely got to be up there as goal of the week. I mean, the technique of the way he hits that shot inside out, and Zetterer's got absolutely no chance. He didn't play that long, actually, and he came on for half an hour, did score his goal, like we said, nearly scored a second one. They're counting that as a big chance missed, which is a little bit harsh. I'd say it was a half chance. He had, in 31 minutes, 32 touches. That's a touch a minute. 1 of those in the opponent's box. 2 passes into the final third. And he did make 1 recovery. What do you think of that then, people? I suppose I've got to call out to all you Eintracht Frankfurt fans. That's 2 wins on the spin. That's going to put you right at the top of the table alongside the likes of FC Bayern Munich. Where do you think you're going to end up this season? And also, you've got a Champions League campaign run to start pretty soon in September. Again, we're going to do a separate video based on all the fixtures as they came out in that Champions League draw for the teams that are involved this season. That's a separate video. Just focusing on this game then. Again, that's now 7 goals in 2 games. that Eintracht Frankfurt have scored. Conversely, that's 4 goals that Hoffenheim have conceded. Bearing in mind Julian Nagelsmann's picked Oliver Baumann to be his number 1. He has conceded 4 goals in 2 games. Again, I suppose you can't put all the pressure on a goalkeeper, especially when the opposition score sweaty EAFC goals when it's a cutback and there's 2 guys running in, which was marginally just onside. Anyway, just keep that in mind. So the goals have definitely come from this Frankfurt team. They are electric to watch, breaking out, turning over the ball. There's always somebody in space. There's always someone with an overlap. Working the space is the formula to scoring goals. And if you can outscore your opponent, like we said, number 1, you're going to win more games than you lose. What about Hoffenheim? Sometimes you just got to put your hand up and say, do you know what? We tried our best. We got beaten by a better team. Let's forget about that. Christian Ilse will take him onto the training ground on Monday. Potentially rework some of the defensive manoeuvres. Again, it did look like that second goal was offside because the 2 centre-back pairings, that Robin Harak and Arthur Chavez, did seem to step up at the right time. Bit of work, bit of finesse on that, and who knows? Who knows what might happen? Of course, the transfer window is still open until September 1st. They may look for reinforcements, as might, Eintracht Frankfurt. But the game ends in Sinsheim with a 3-1 away win for Eintracht Frankfurt. Yeah, you know what you can do, can't you? If you've got any thoughts, there's a comment section down there. It's got your name written all over it. Please let us know your thoughts on that game. And if you've got this far in the video, thank you so much. It means the world to the likes of Gonzo and I that you give us your support, your eyeballs, your likes, your comments. All we're going to ask is just a little bit more, please. Have a think about it. In fact, fuck it, you know the script. 2 fingers, please. Double pivot. One smash the like, the other one hit the subscribe. And when you're out and about and with a shout, spread the word, please. Spread the word. Let your classmates, your workmates, your family know about the channel. We could all grow together. Yeah, and that's it. Eintracht Frankfurt are on fire. We're going. Ciao, 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 ciao.